Hey there, happy Monday, happy October, happy Q4 of 2023, everybody. Thank you very much for joining. My name is Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here. Thank you very much for joining this live, taking your time. I appreciate it very much. For those who know me and for those who don't know me, I'm a 7 years full-time trader. I began learning trading 7 years ago. In the first 2 years, I invested in myself, in my education, in my trading education, the psychology behind trading, technical analysis, until I became a profitable trader. It took me 2 years until I became consistent profitable trader. So take your time. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. How was your weekend? What are your special preparations? And what are the stocks you are watching for Q4 of 2023? Believe it or not, we are in the end of 2023. It is the time to start looking back on your trading journey during 2023. Start prepare for 2024. Hi Adi, hi Leah, hi Ophir, hi Eran, hi Oren, hi Ofer, hi Asaf. Thank you very much for joining. Hi Ronnie. Good Monday, happy Monday. New quarter, new month, new week, and a new day. Every day has its own opportunities to become a better trader. Let me know who is with me. Say hi. Don't be shy. And if you're already here, just press the like and subscribe. Will be much appreciated. Help me grow this channel. Hi Boris. Hi Ronnie. Hi Yossi. Hi Sagi. Appreciate you taking the time and joining us. Now, let's see where. Let me just shut my phone to silence. Many messages. Now we have here US 500 futures, 500 futures 2 hours chart. We have this uptrend line got broken half hour ago. Now let's see, the 42.80 needs to hold. Below it we have this yellow trend line that will become the next support. We can also see some kind of a double top of the 43.20. Close above this red trend line and the 42.90, and we can prepare for upside towards the 43. Okay, below it, short continuation. Offer is with us. Where is Offer? Offer, you're here? You remember we talked about this today in our session, in our one-on-one live session. We talked about this gap. And look at that. It got filled. There are no open gaps in the futures. If you see an open gap, whether it's on the downside, whether it's to the upside, this gap will get filled. And here we are. It got filled. Now let's see if we can get a bounce of the 42 back towards the 43K. On the 15 minutes, we can clearly see same downtrend. 42.83, resistance 42.73, next support below it 42.61, and we have over here SPY 65, we have over here SPY 15. For those who don't know me, we are following the SPY 65 because six candles of 65 minutes gives us a full daily candle. If you're following the 1 hour candles, the last candle is always 30 minutes. So it doesn't give us the full picture for price action. Let's see where SPY will take us for day traders. I'm waiting for a close above 428, 429 on the 65 minutes, and then we're heading towards the 430 and above it 431 and 432.80. Short towards the 422.30, below 425.43. This is what we do in the Discord, Fibonacci Traders Discord premium room. It's a new month, so you're more than welcome to check. If you only want to be a part of the premium room as a gold member, no problem. Check the links in the description below. Gold membership will gain you access for the premium room where we take day trading ideas. And we have discount on all that Fibonacci traders have to offer. We have discounts on the SPY on the 15 minutes. Short continuation below the 426 towards the 424. Long only a 15 minutes above 428.22 towards 429. And then 429.61 will become a very tough resistance. It was a resistance, as we can see. Two gaps to the downside opened at the same area and below the 429.60. This is not by accident. This is pure price action. Once you identify where price came from a gap, you can identify this gap once again, and you use Fibonacci and trend lines to know where price is heading next. And on the 15 minutes, as long as this trend line is holding as support, let's see, we are good to go on long. Now, Bitcoin, we have several scenarios. First, we have the 25,200 as a very important level of support, as you can see here. Now, next resistance, no need to guess. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and look at that. 50% now is a very tough resistance. Why? Because it was here support and resistance. Now, once again, resistance. But if we cannot get 2-3 days, maybe a weekly close above the 29,100, we have also head and shoulders to the downside. If 25,100 will fail to hold, all this area will fail to hold the support, we will have the same volatility that we had here to the upside. We will get the same volatility over here to the downside, and maybe over towards this yellow trend line that was a very tough resistance, broke. Now towards to the downside will become support. What else do we have? You did not see the weekly stock market review. We have SPY. We will make a quick recap, but once this live is over, check the weekly recap. You will get a much in-depth technical analysis. This trend line helps us to identify that we are still in a downtrend. Below 423, we are heading towards this yellow trend line. Below this yellow trend line, 2-3 days below it, and we are heading to close the gap at the 396. QQQ, we have a gap at the 364. We have a gap at the 333. Weekly close, maybe even 2-3 days below the 354, and this gap will get filled, because we know it doesn't matter where this gap is, to the upside or to the downside. This gap, more than 85-90% chance that this gap will get filled. And for now, overall market is still in bearish sentiment. As we can see over here, Dow Jones, let's clean this trend line so we can get a better point of view, much clearer point of view of price action. And as we can see, Dow Jones is heading south first, closing this gap at the 331.80, maybe even during today. I will not be surprised. And as long as this trend line, price action is sliding on this trend line, it's heading south. IWM try to bounce. This gap is still open. 174 is the support that needs to hold. Below it 171 and then 167. Oil holding the 90.80 from resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days of resistance. Now 4 days of support. What else do we have? Apple, bearish sentiment. This gap needs to get filled as soon as possible. So once it gets filled, we might get the bulls back. AMD, let's see now, as you can see, pre-market is on this upper trend line. This trend line, lower highs, this trend line, lower lows. As long as the price of AMD is inside this channel, we are in a downtrend. I'm looking for a weekly close, maybe 3-4 days above the 107, the crossroads between these two. Now, Nvidia still holding, also pre-market looks like it's still holding above this purple trend line. We have a gap over here. This gap needs to get filled. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high to the downside, breaking below this trend line once again, and this gap will get filled. Don't feel like you missed anything, because we have this gap and also we have this gap. So be patient if you want to go long on Nvidia. In my opinion, it's still not the time. But of course, everything you see in here on my channel is my opinion only. Always do your own due diligence. It's your money. Meta, very interesting price action, holding very nice with all this bearish sentiment all across the board. Meta is holding nice. Meta from the peak of July went down only 8%. When the rest of the market, we have Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, double digits. Meta is holding long only above this yellow trend line, at least 2 days above it. Short below this trend line. And then we have all the levels to the upside, all the levels to the downside. What else do we have? Interesting. Tesla on the daily. This purple trend line still holding very tough resistance because it was support, now became resistance. Friday doji on this trend line, as you can see perfectly. Now pre-market to the downside, 238 area needs to hold the support. Below it we are heading towards 228, and then this gap to the downside. So who is with me? Let's check once again. We have futures. Let's see where futures are heading. For now, 42.83 from support over here. We can clearly see now resistance. So who did I miss? Hi Yossi, hi Sagi, hi Michael, Amit, Ingrid, Muki, Miki, Faiz, Iran. Hi everybody. So what's the question, Iran? Nothing yet. What do you mean nothing yet? Leah, PLTR, too short. Let's see. I would not take PLTR. Pre-market first. It's heading to the upside. 1674 is the resistance. We have a doji. In my opinion, for now, too risky to take PLTR for short. We do have here double bottom scenario breaking above the neckline. I want to see 16 holding today and tomorrow as support, and then next leg up towards 1765, and then towards 1950. If you want to go short, you need a daily close up below this 16, maybe another day, and then you have all the levels to the downside. Do you think the market is bearish despite the changes that started last night? And just take a look. What do you see? Weekly downtrend with a, but we have a doji of a trend line. We need a validation on this doji. Only a close above 431, and then we can suggest we are heading back to the 444. But for now, red on the weekly, red on the monthly, red on the quarterly, red on the daily. So what does it mean? Red on all time frames. One day does not, one candle even, doesn't mean if it's one day. It depends on the time frame that you are trading, but overall, one candle does not change the overall sentiment. And for now, the overall sentiment is bearish. DDD. DDD. What's so special here? Can you analyze DDD? You can analyze DDD. Triple D. What do you see? Downtrend until it's not. For now, as you can see, very steep downtrend. Now pre-market is trying to break above this downtrend channel, but as we said, one candle, even if this candle today will close above this channel, one candle does not change the overall sentiment. And the overall sentiment since middle of July, 2.5 months, we are in a downtrend. You want to go long? You can take Fibonacci. In my opinion, only 2 or 3 days above 5, then we are heading towards 523, 555, and then we have a gap over here, but 555 will become a very tough resistance. We might even get something like this. If you are a pattern trader, inverted head and shoulders. Be prepared for both sides, but for now, downtrend until proven otherwise. Tesla for long or for short? Depends on the time frame. Are you trading? Day trading on the daily? Trading on the weekly? Look at the weekly of the Tesla. Holding nice off this yellow trend line. In my opinion, only below 232, maybe 2 days below 232, and then we can start taking short because we have double top scenario, multi-top scenario of the 280 below 231, and we're heading towards 214 below 213. Not good for Tesla bulls because the same volatility that you saw here, the same price action to the upside, we can get to the downside towards 180 once again. And Tesla have 217 gap that needs to get filled. Another gap. No, this is the only gap that needs to get filled. The 217, below 217, the same uptrend, the same volatility, the same price action we got over here, we will get below 217 towards the 190, 180 area. So, patience. If you're not long or short, wait. Long, in my opinion, only above 261. What else do we have? Let's check once again. Futures. As we can see, Fibonacci is everything that we need. All the support, all the resistance that we need. Trend lines. You want to see the magic of Fibonacci? Take a look at the magic of Fibonacci. This is what we do in our course. We learn how we can trust Fibonacci to give us everything that we need. Let's take ALTR. If you did not see it from my top stocks to watch video, you can take ALTR this April 20. Let's move back more, not to the COVID. Let's take this one. The first candle, the first monthly candle of ALTR, November 17. We can take Fibonacci on this candle only. Now, what do? We go to the daily because we trade on the daily, right? Look at this. Fibonacci from 1 month here, 2017, gives us all the support and all the resistance that we need until today. 6 years later, look at how price reacts to Fibonacci levels. If you want to become a better trader, really understand how Fibonacci works with price action and candlestick and trend lines, all these three, Fibonacci, trend lines, in combination with pure price action, aka candlestick analysis, on any time frame, and anything that you want, whether this is forex you trading, crypto, stocks, futures, ETFs, it doesn't matter. It all comes down to Fibonacci, trend lines, and of course, pure price action, candlestick analysis. Check the links in the description below. Both programs, the one-on-one and the online program, which is basically the same as the one-on-one but pre-recorded, both programs guaranteed lifetime access. Why I give lifetime access? Because I want you to depend on yourself. I don't want you to become depending on me or anybody else. I want you to become your own indicator, that you will have all the tools that helps you to become consistent, profitable trader. And these are all the stocks, ALTR, CLF. Also, we have very nice support over here. We have here resistance, long above it, towards where? Towards the 17. So check out my top stocks to watch. We have DHT, we have Groupon, we have Rivian. Let's see continuation above 2450, double bottom above 2450, and we are heading towards 28 area. Roku, I know many of you are interested in Roku. 66 from tough resistance to support. Doji. Now let's see trend reversal towards the first resistance. The first major resistance will be the 75 area. What else do we have? We have FRO, fourth line, with a very nice, if you're once again a pattern trader, what do you see? Cup handle with all these areas, a very tough resistance. Above it, where price might be heading next? We have nothing on the left. We need to look all the way back to January of 2020. Sorry, to January 2015. But we don't want to look so back in time. So we take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and there you have it. That's it. That's it. All support to the downside together with ATR, all the resistance to the upside together with ATR. This is all you need to manage properly your risk management. If you don't know how to use ATR, Fibonacci Traders Academy playlist, free 25 videos that will help you to become a better trader on the technical side and on the psychology behind trading. PayPal. Also on my list for this week and maybe for the rest of this quarter, double bottom of the 56 area. We are waiting for a daily close above 59.85 towards this gap, closing above this gap, and we are heading towards this yellow trend line. Weekly close above this yellow trend line, and with high probability we're heading towards this gap over here, the 72. What else do we have? UHS short below. Let's see, UHS short 125, looking good, holding a support, try to break, went back up. What are the trend lines saying? Yeah, we can start. Nice, Adi. Adi is one of our premium members in Fibonacci Traders Discord. Short starting below the 125.50 using ATR and support and resistance to the upside. If you don't know where are the support and resistance, here you have it. Fibonacci. Use it. Nice, Adi. Thank you. Can you look at QQQ, Daddy? I have the weekly stock market review where I go in depth, Qs, and all the rest of the indices and the magnificent 7, 8, 9, 10. So check it out. And in the beginning of this live, we went also through the QQQ. So once this live is over, you're more than welcome to check it out. What else do we have? Tamir Hood. Did you click the like? Did you click the subscribe? Did you take your friend's phone and hit the subscribe for them so you can help them to become a better trader? Look on charts like nobody else. More than 95% of all traders lose their account in the first year and never come back. If all these indicators and all the strategies that you know and learned really work, so why more than 95% of all traders fail? Maybe because all these indicators and all these strategies that based on these indicators doesn't work. Think about it. Hood holding nice the 944. If you want to go long, I would wait another day, closing above the 980, and then we are heading towards this gap over here. Short below 944 towards 9. Overall, Hood is still in a downtrend. We have lower highs, lower lows. Then this is how you identify trends. Lows and highs. But here we can see that the stock didn't stop exactly on the Fibonacci. You can't manage your risk if the graph is stopping before. Which one? First, it can never be exactly. Second, it depends on your risk management. Third, it depends on the time frame that you are trading. Fourth, you also have ATR to use it together with Fibonacci once. Now, AFRM, if you take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, went all the way back to the 50% area, now bounce back to the 22. We still have an open gap over here. We still have an open gap over here. Today, this gap will get filled. Another touch on the 2032, holding above it, and we can start taking our long towards the 2260, closing below the 2032, and we are heading towards this 8086. What else? USB. Let's see. USB downtrend until proven otherwise. Nothing much over here. You can take trend lines holding a support for the lower lows. If you want to go long, I would suggest, not suggest, but in my opinion, and once again to be clear, this is for educational purposes only. Never take advice from anyone on social media. Doesn't matter how many subscribers, doesn't matter how many followers they have. You don't know their risk tolerance, they don't know your risk tolerance. Long above 34, and then we are heading towards the 35.55. You can also take Fibonacci, swing high, swing low, above this Fibonacci area, towards the 35, above it 37. Short continuation below 32, continuing to slide on this yellow trend line. What else? Riot. Riot depends on Bitcoin for now. Riot is to the downside, same as Bitcoin. If you want to go long above 1010, you have this trend line that will become a very tough resistance. Maybe wait for this trend line to break a price break above this trend line, and then you have all the levels to the upside, and using together with ATR. ATR, for those who don't know, ATR is a calculator for it's the ATR, it's the average true range. ATR calculates the volatility of the stock and the time frame that you are trading. And the daily for Riot it's 0.6, and the weekly it's 2.14. If you go on the 15 minutes, it's 0.9. So it all depends on which time frame you are trading. Your stop loss should always be a little bit more. I take 10% more of the ATR. So if I enter, for example, on the 1250, my stop loss should be 1250, my entry point, minus ATR plus 10%. In this case, let's say 1250 minus 0.8 should be somewhere below here, but now you don't have Fibonacci, so put your stop loss below here. So it all depends, and if you really want to learn about it, first check the Fibonacci-Traders Academy, and once you finish it and you really want to take your trading journey to the highest level, join the premium one-on-one or the pre-recorded IONQ. All this area support. Now let's see where IONQ is heading. We can take also from here, and as you can see, Fibonacci, perfect resistance. 1450 needs to hold the support. Long continuation above 481. Short, in my opinion, below 13. What else do we have? IONQ just did. Riot just did. PDD. Any other questions regarding technical analysis and psychology behind trading? Not only chart requests, I don't mind, but it's not only charts and numbers. PDD, too many gaps. We have a gap over here, a gap over here. What's more, we have this closed, closed, closed. We have also slight gap over here, but the gap is a gap to the upside over here. This is the only one I see. Are you long or short? If you're already long, I would not stay long below the 22.71, because then price will retest this trend line as support. If you want to go long, I would suggest, my opinion, only above 101 towards this upper trend line. So this is my opinion. ALTR. I still don't understand your question. You have swing low, swing high. It all depends on how. Why? It's perfectly. Look here. Swing low, swing high. Fibonacci gives us resistance, support. That was resistance, support. Here, support. And all the levels to the downside you want to see. If there is something that I am sure about, that no other indicator can give you, is future support and resistance. Fibonacci can give you. Look to the downside. On this trend, Fibonacci went all the way down and gave us these lows. No other indicator can give you this. What else do we have? F. What about PayPal? Mao, thank you very much for joining this live. We talked about PayPal a few minutes ago. Once this live is over, you are more than welcome to check it out. Mara, also following the Bitcoin is up, so Mara is up, but overall downtrend. This area, all this area, resistance. Let's see this area holding a support. You can get the same price action you got over here. You can get it over here. Long continuation above 1070. What else do we have? ASML. Downtrend until proven otherwise. It's this one, ASML. Yeah. USA. Let's be sure. It's this one. Downtrend until proven otherwise. Short continuation below 463 towards 428. Which Fibonacci you use in the trading view? This one here. Fib retracement. What else? What else? Which Fibonacci? CMPS. We have 2 more minutes for this live. CMPS. All this area, very nice support. Bounce if you're looking to go long on CMPS. What's the volume on this one? I don't know this one. Volume. Not good, not bad. Take Fibonacci to the upside because you want to go long. Above 792, a daily close above 792, and then this area should be your stop loss. What else? Crowd. We have a double top scenario over here. Watch out. Few days, if bulls will give up on this 172, it's going down, closing this gap. You want to go long. If you're not long yet on crowd, wait for 2 days close above 172. You only trade daily or also swing? Eran, you know me, no? I swing and day trading. You are a premium member, gold member. You know we day trade and we swing trade. We do everything. We don't fall under any titles. What we see is what we trade. What else? How do you know how to place your Fibonacci? Great question, Sagi. First, check the Fibonacci playlist, Academy playlist. There are few videos on the Fibonacci. It took me around 1 year to really understand how to place and how to work with Fibonacci and really trust Fibonacci, because as traders, what we are looking for, we don't need any other indicator to show us where price came from. All these indicators, they're lagging indicators. They only go back, show us where price came from. Okay, great. I know where price came from because I have eyes. And I can see price came from here, upper left, down right, and now bouncing back, right? But where price might be heading next? This is the magic of Fibonacci and trend lines. So check the Fibonacci Academy playlist. And if you want to really go in depth Fibonacci and really how to use Fibonacci to help you become a profitable trader, consistent trader with a very tight system set of rules, check the links in the description. We have the one-on-one mentorship available in Hebrew and in English. We have the online program available in Hebrew and in English. So, thank you very much for joining this live. Don't forget, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, one more live. So hit the like, subscribe, the notification bell so you won't miss it. Until then, stay safe and trade safe.